Welcome to the wisdom of age. One of the things that tends to affect us as human beings who are called into the creative spaces, or maybe you're in content creation and all that, is the scarcity mindset. And the scarcity mindset in this way, you don't believe that God can supply you with content that you can release every day. If you are called to release every day, or if your instruction is twice a week, you tend to stress about it. And by entertaining that scarcity mindset, you get to a place whereby you begin to scroll and look at what others are doing so that you can replicate the same or give a different version. And when you take that path, you realize that you lose your authenticity, and your audience can connect and realize that actually this relates to what so and so does. So each of you, God has created you very original. That's why our iris is not similar to any other person on earth, and our thumbprint is not similar to any other person on earth. There is a way you think that is different from others. Not unless you spend time in a clique of people where you've never found your originality, and you tend to entertain the what we call the hard mindset. And the hard mindset is that if one ship is crossing the road, all sheep are crossing. If one ship decides to stand in the middle of the road, all sheep stand in the middle of the road. Goats are different in that one can decide to climb a tree, another one can go to another fence and all that. They tend to have independence of thought. And that's why I tell you that it's important for you to be plugged in to the person who called you. That is your creator and your maker, because he's your source of inspiration. There's this scripture that encourages me every time when I hit a place whereby I feel like I don't have anything to talk about or anything to create. And it's Job chapter 32 verse 8. And this is what it says. But there is a vital force, a spirit of intelligence in man, and the breath of the Almighty gives men understanding. The breath of the Almighty gives men understanding. Remember the word breath. God breathed his life or his spirit into us when he formed us out of dust. He breathed his spirit into us. He gave us the breath of life. So that is one sign that humanity is connected to God. But we spend a lot of time running away from God and looking for other sources of things to try and fill that gap or that void in us. But when we go back to the true source of connection, we realize that as you build that, you reconnect back. And that means like you've given your life back to Christ and all that. There's that fellowship in terms of prayer and reading the word. He translates what's in his mind to your mind, or from his spirit to your spirit. Then you have something to do, because he, the one who called you, is the one who determines how productive you become. And so as you step into what you've been called, it is not your reputation that you carry, but his reputation. So it is his duty to supply all your needs according to his riches and glory, so that you can be fruitful and have content to produce. And part of that may come like this. He may instruct you to feed on his word if you've been called to Christian spaces and all that. Or if you've been called into business, he'll direct you to read books and do this and the other. Or sometimes he may place something in your heart that is a bit heavy that you need to talk about. Or you may be somewhere and a problem is just being discussed there, and that thing just jumps up onto you, and you find that you have inspiration to talk about it. So kill the scarcity mindset by understanding your life is not your own to do as you please, and you need to be connected to God. When you lose inspiration and you shift your eyes from God and you begin to look at what is happening around you, you will be just another M-Pesa shop in the neighborhood. For those Kenyans, you understand what I mean by M-Pesa shop, because that is one business that has been replicated in every corner here in Kenya. And I'm not saying that having an M-Pesa shop is lack of creativity, although sometimes it is. But I'm saying that if you don't tap into your true originality, you will always bring out a photocopy of someone else. This is the wisdom of age, and I will see you on the next one.